Yeah, and these mics are not like the most professional mics, so it's
worry.
like
Don't worry.
you have to almost make out with it.
Yeah, it's all right.
But okay, cool.
Because you can think of nothing better, more exciting, more energizing to get up every day and go do.
They're role models who show our kids how to work hard to reach their potential. Today, we're blessed to live in a world where technology allows us to connect instantly with just about anyone on the planet.
The limitations exist only in our minds, and if you start using imagination, then your possibilities become limitless.
Hello friends and welcome to another episode of Sunday Stories with me, your host Fahrim Shirinzade, where we cover ongoing headlines and meet interesting fucking guests. In this episode, me and my co-host will deep dive in the topic, the real fucking influencers of the future. And now, you may wonder, who is this co-host? Well, let me tell you something. He is an inspirational and proactive elite tennis coach. That's one. The second thing is he helps individuals, groups, and organizations to optimize its potential through coaching, both physically and mentally. He also gives inspirational lectures and educates in nutrition and health. Man, this is the guy that you want to talk to if you have any problems of getting somewhere in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Caxton. Thank you for being here, man.
Wow, thank you so much, Fahrim, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's nice to have you here, or to be here with you.
Yeah,
because now we're like in Nyköping, right?
We're in Nyköping and at Scandic, Stora Hotellet, a company which I've been hotel I've been working a lot with, so they're one of my partners.
Right.
So it's great to be here. It's like my second home.
Right. You know, it was so funny because I love your personality. That's one of them.
Thank you.
You're like the only person that writes hearts in LinkedIn.
Wow.
It's so freaking amazing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was so freaking amazing. You're the only one I know. And it was so like shocking, you know,
Wow.
like when I reached out to you,
Yeah.
I was like, you know, this guy's busy. He doesn't have time for me. And what does he do? You record a message. Like that's also unique.
All right.
You know, people just give short answers, you know, but you gave like a, you know, recording, and when you write back, you give hearts. And I was like, this guy's really cool. Now I really want him on the show.
Wow,
It's
thank
amazing.
you. Thank you for telling me that, because, you know, for me, this comes so natural. So I don't even think of if anyone does that or doesn't do that. So
Yeah, but it's because, you know, people are like, you know, they're like stiff because they think the world would not accept them.
you have a point right there.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So they just want to go with the flow.
Yeah.
And just give this, you know, but with best regards, just
yeah.
like typical, right? Man, it's like I said, it's so fucking great. Like I've seen you on LinkedIn, and you're very, very active on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I try to be, and you know, my I think like this, that, you know, if somebody sees it and gets inspired, that's great. So I'm not so concerned of how many likes. It's just more that, you know, I think that the content I put out can maybe inspire someone, and that's good, because I always try to write for someone else, not for myself, for bragging, but it's more, you know, if I could lift someone else, if it's the team, the person I'm coaching, or the company, or something like that, I'm always willing to help other people out. So I think, yeah, that's my passion.
I think I miss that, you know, that kind of vibe in social media today, because people always want to filter the shit out of all pictures and you know, just put this perfect life out, right?
Yeah.
So I like it.
Thank you.
Unfiltered Caxton. That should be the next hashtag, right?
Why not?
Right. Cool. We have a segment in this podcast.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
All right.
Do you know the game?
I don't know, but I listened to one of your pods just to
Okay.
get, you know, get the vibe out of it. So,
Right.
all right. So let's go with the flow.
Okay, go with the flow. Okay. So I just gotta warn you, some of these questions are, you know, really funny. Some of them are, you know. Okay.
I know it.
You know this. Okay, good. You're good. Okay, let's just dive into it.
Let's go.
First question.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Oh, read.
Read.
I love
All right.
speaking, so
That's
that
true.
would be a problem, you know, if I can't speak anymore.
That is true. You have to write down everything and just show them what do you mean, right? That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
You're doing good. Okay. Second question. Would you rather have one real get out of jail card or the key to open every door possible? You have one key, you can open every door, or get out of jail card.
No, the key to open every door.
Every door.
Yeah.
You're not afraid of going to jail, right?
I will get out.
Right.
I have contacts, I have contacts,
Right, right. What is his name? The El Chapo? He's like, he was super good on digging holes in jail so they can never stop him.
Yeah.
So that could be you, like digging all the...
Definitely. We're just going to go, I'm just going to go with the flow. I was in a program which is called Robinson.
All right.
Yeah, if you've done your research, that was that. But I was there a really short time. But the thing is, when I was in the interview, and they were asking me, what's your role going to be, because they're looking for characters. I said, I'm the guy who's going to be in between, the social guy, making everyone to feel good, and just knowing how to play the game, being the spider,
Right.
because I didn't know anything about forest. I didn't know about, I can't make any food. I can't do anything of that.
This was jungle, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is in jungle. We were in Cambodia.
Wow.
So it was like, okay. So that's why I know that I would get out, because I would,
Definitely.
I would understand people's psychology and stuff like that, and just put myself in the right position to, to have a nice time, even if I'm in jail.
Damn. Weren't you afraid of like crazy animals when you were in Robinson? Like,
But you have other people who know that shit. Really? So I don't need.
but like, you see a snake coming, you're not gonna, hey Mike, please help me out, because the snake is coming at you, right? There's like plenty of animals that could kill you easily.
But the thing is like this, definitely. But the most thing you should get scared of is the coconuts.
Really?
Yeah. Why is that? It's hot. Where do you go? You go to find shade. And what happens? A coconut drops on your head. And
man.
good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, that's an awful
yeah,
way to go.
Yeah.
That's
the
like
thing.
Carson was a good man,
Yeah.
but he died with a coconut in his head. So that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's what they told us, because the other things, of course, they scare, but you're already like a little bit aware of that, so you're a little bit conscious.
Right.
But the coconut, you just.
Shit. But did you make it? Like, how do you win the game? I'd never seen like Robinson fully.
The thing is, I went out directly. The program
Did you get a
didn't even
coconut?
start.
And then they're like, take him out. Take him out.
Take him out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but he got to go.
So how did you go?
No, I went out. It was a swimming thing. Because we came in boats,
right.
and we stopped like 200 meters from the beach, and we had to swim in. But the thing is, I love fashion, so I had too much clothes. The other guys, there were 9 guys or 8 with me. They had like shorts and a tank top, but I had army pants, with like pockets everywhere. I had a shirt.
Damn.
I had a hat.
Heavy. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
no, it was.
That's heavy. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Did they have to rescue you? Like
No. I just came last. It took a while to come in, but I came last, and they were like, okay, the one who gets last, he's going out directly.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's smart. Taking out the guy that can't make it in the water. He has no chance of surviving.
yeah,
It's like-
exactly. Yeah.
All right,
so.
great, man. Go on to the next question.
All right.
Would you rather know the history of every object you touch, or be able to talk to animals?
I would love to be able to talk to animals. That would be
Right.
so good to understand their perspective and how they look at human beings.
yeah.
Wow,
That would be amazing.
that would be so cool.
I wonder like what they think during the day.
Yeah,
Is it like, well, I'm just gonna eat now, and what I'm gonna sleep now? It's like, it would be amazing actually.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Go on to the last question of this segment.
All right.
Would you rather vomit uncomfortably for 1 minute every time you hear the Happy Birthday song, or get headache that lasts the rest of the day every time you see a bird?
Oh, I don't see so many birds, so that would be okay. But the Happy Birthday song, I don't know. And I would take the bird.
The bird. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because it's not that often.
You made it, man. Thank you for still being here,
Wow.
even though I'm terrorizing with your questions.
No worries.
Great.
No worries.
we're here to speak about the real influencers of the future.
All right.
And why I think this is so good speaking with you, I think like really, you are the real influencer. I'm not talking about the people that sell products on LinkedIn and just say, hey, buy this product and, that kind of influence. I'm speaking real influencers that really change people's lives, right?
Wow, thank you so
much.
much.
I think, so as we were speaking on the phone before you got to the show, you said that there was a guy reaching out to you. Was it face-to-face that he was... he told you like, man, you changed my life.
Yeah, he told me face to face. He reached out, and I was doing a tour with a big company, Eon, and I was in Örebro. So I told him, I'm gonna be at this hotel, and you're welcome if you want some breakfast. I'll you can be my guest. And and he came, and we had a nice talk. And he had been in Sweden. Was it 6 years, maybe? 6 years, something like that.
Yeah. So what do you say? Like, how come that he chose you as
he's from Africa. I was born in Uganda, and he's also from Africa. I don't remember exactly where in Africa, but he felt that's like, wow, another fellow African who has made it, and he maybe could help me, or just help me with contacts, or just get some inspiration. So it meant a lot. And what he said is that you don't know how many people you touch, and that's sure that you have no idea,
of course.
But the intention every time when I put out something is to try to help other people, inspire other people.
Right.
So I'm really grateful that he reached out and told me that
definitely
if he could meet me and then face to face tell me that I'm a real inspiration, and he helped him a lot. So
definitely.
that's great.
I think like a lot of people are sorry, just afraid of reaching out for help or for like inspiration, because they it's like you get maybe scared that asking for help is some kind of sign of weakness, and some people will just sit home and just dislike something or hate on someone because oh shit. So really good job, man. You're doing us a big favor for the society.
Great, thank
you.
Like
for real.
Thank you. It's so funny actually. Just yesterday I got another one who reached out, and he was on Instagram, and he works with students. So he was like, could you just like send a short video motivation, just to help the students out and just give them a little bit of energy. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll film it today. So when we're done, I'm just gonna make a short clip and send it to him. So
that's freaking awesome.
So I'm really happy to help.
And I think like that's I wish that more people that had a platform, because you have built your platform for a long time of years, right?
Yeah.
Like Robinson, and then you just keep building it, right, with your profession. And some people, they keep building it, but they don't want to share their traffic. They're like, pay me, and then I maybe do a video, right? Okay, but how did you become who you are today? What would you say like is the key factors, and how did it all start?
Yeah, I would say the key factor is when my parents fled to Sweden with me. I was just 5 years old. So I'm so grateful for what my parents did and what Sweden has given me. So that's where the whole drive and passion comes from. So by me giving back or inspiring other people, it's because I got a chance which maybe a lot of other kids didn't get. And for me, it's just like you have to give back because you've got so much. And
how long was this ago?
This is 33 years ago.
Jesus
yeah. So I've been here a long time.
That's crazy. and your family is here too?
Yeah,
right?
my family is here too, and have a sister. She's born here.
Oh, you were born before you got here.
Yeah,
right?
I was born in Uganda, 1982.
Do you remember anything from Uganda?
A little bit, because for the thing is like this, I was born in Uganda, but at the age of only 12 months, we fled to Kenya. Yeah, we fled to Kenya. Then from Kenya, we came to Sweden because my mother's sister lived in Sweden. So she was like, you guys better come here, before something bad happens.
Do you remember like the journey somehow, like how you got here? Like
no, I don't remember the journey, but I remember when I got to Stockholm, or when we got to Stockholm. One of the first things that I really remember is meeting. I don't know what it's called in English. It's called punkare. I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's a special Yeah, I don't know what they call them either. Like funky music style kind of people.
Yeah. It's and yeah, you know, you can just imagine, you know, a small black guy
What?
from Africa sees one of these guys, you know, piercing everywhere, and they're shouting. It's like, you know, I was really scared. I'm like, where do we, where are we?
Where did we go?
Yeah, where did we go? You know, it was better off there, you know.
Shit.
But
This is land of the free, man.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Have as much holes in your ear as you want.
yeah, and
Wow.
ears and nose and everywhere. But
But it must
yeah.
be a culture shock for parents as well. You know, this is-
Yeah, of course.
I mean, going from like a lockdown country to like you can do whatever you want, become who you want.
Yeah.
You choose.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's oftentimes like it could be also bad for people that come here, you know, from countries that I'm not going to take an example, but some countries that are very locked down, you know.
Yeah, the freedom becomes too big.
Right.
Yeah,
and
so
and they
can't
start,
handle
you
it.
know, maybe doing some drugs or they do some other shit because they want to try everything, right? So it's very dangerous. But you made it.
I made it, and sports is a huge factor why I made it. Because my father was playing tennis in Uganda, so when we came to Sweden, it was an easy way for him to integrate in the Swedish society through sports. So he started coaching at a local tennis club in Oxelösund. Today he's the head coach. Has been there for 20 years. Been the head coach.
Good job.
But it was an easy way. You just come in, you know, learn some new friends, and quickly, you know, get into the Swedish society. And
Definitely, yeah.
and that was very, very important for my parents who have an academic background. So yeah.
And I think times were different by that time, right? I think Sweden was more accepting foreigners and you know, integrating them maybe.
Yeah.
Now there is so many, so people are like, you just have to make it yourself.
A little bit like
Right.
that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. So why do you think that people look up to you? Like, what would you say is like, if I ask this guy, right?
Yeah.
The three things he will mention, this is why.
Wow. What would that be? I think the first thing that they would say would be like, he's kind or funny. One of those two things. I think I go with first kind. They would be like, yeah, he's really kind and humble and you know, just down to earth guy. That would be the first thing. The second thing would be funny. You know, I love to crack jokes. I love to, you know, make people happy.
That's
and
nice.
just to like, just to have a relaxed environment.
Yeah.
That's why I really love to be in a relaxed environment. And then maybe colorful. You know, people say, you know, have
That's
different
true.
colors and stuff. You know, so yeah, colorful.
That's actually true. And just to refer to the colorful part,
Yeah.
as you walked in, you know, it was such a big energy for the first thing, that, you know.
Wow, thank you.
And then the second thing I noticed was your outfit, because you
Thank
always
you.
dress up in a suit, you know, a tuxedo. And I was like, you know, all tuxedo dudes are like very stiff, but this guy is really different. And also you had the color purple, which you said represent the podcast.
Yeah.
It's so amazing that you have, you know, the eye for the small things.
Yeah, but you know, this I come from the sports side, and it's the details which are gonna matter. You know, that's the difference.
Right.
Because the higher level you get, everyone can do basically everything.
True.
So why is this coach a little bit better than this coach?
That's true.
And it's, you know, how they notice the details.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So in your coaching life,
Yeah.
how do you like coach properly? What is the key like of coaching?
Yeah, really good question, because I believe so much that I don't coach any technique or anything. I coach the human being. So that means the person, the personality, the values. I really try to educate the person. And through educating the person will start making better, choices for
Right.
themselves, technically and tactically, accordingly to their personality. So it's quite, you know, maybe it sounds like, oh my goodness, he's been thinking of this for 10 years. But
No, but it sounds very good and true, right?
Yeah, because the thing is like this. You need to understand that I care about you as a human being, before you're gonna listen to me. You're gonna listen to me because everyone's like, this is the guy. This is the guy. He's really good, and you will do what I tell you to do. But the thing is, when I turn my back, are you still gonna do it?
Right.
That's not 100% sure because
That's
you're
when
doing it
nature starts.
exactly.
Right.
Because you may be doing it because I told you to do it, maybe because we're in an environment where it would look bad if you don't do it.
Right.
There's so many different things. So I need to know that you and me are on the same page, and by you and me being on the same page, I have to understand you, where you come from, where your values, your perspective. I need to know you. Then we can start working, because then I can leave you for 1 year or
True.
Anything, and you still do because we had an agreement.
That's true. Do you think like everyone is coachable?
Definitely.
Right.
Everyone who has a will is coachable.
Right.
If you don't have the will, it doesn't matter. If Tiger Woods tell you, do the swing like this, or Roger Federer, or Messi, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You have to have the will. But if you have the will, definitely.
That's true. That's true. Wow, it's it's amazing. And I was speaking to Zlatko, who's working with MMA.
Yeah.
And he said really a cool thing that sports help a lot of people get back to the society from the criminal side.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of criminals, from MMA. They go out and fight.
Yeah.
And as soon as they come and join a sport, they have a routine. They have a coach that really cares about them.
Yeah.
They have time to get up 5 o'clock, so they can't party. They can't sell drugs. Right.
No.
So now they have to dedicate themselves.
Yeah.
And somehow they start to look at the world differently.
Yeah.
And you must see that all the time, right? Like you coach thousands of people.
Yeah, I see, because the thing is like this, and actually I have a lecture on Saturday together
nice.
with a good friend of mine, and the topic is it black or is it white?
Huh. Is it like the Michael Jackson song?
Yeah, and
You should have it as a theme song.
Yeah. But the real thing is that you can go like, you win, you lose.
Yeah.
But you can go like, okay, you as I see it many times, that okay, you maybe lost the physical match. So we look at the board and it says 2-1 to the others, but you won the psychological match. You won the match against yourself. You maybe had goals set before this match, which you succeeded in. So in that way, you've also won. So then, is it black or is it white? So you come to many conclusions that is it this or is it this, or could it be something in between?
Right. Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna be talking about.
I think you should really tell that to the schools, man.
Yeah.
Because the school system is like, you either get an A or whatever it's down to the line, and I mean, it kind of lays, the mark on you, right? It's never like, hey, but you made it good anyway because you had a progress. You were doing bad in math the first grade and then you started up, right?
Yeah.
So I think the school system has to do a lot in this, the coaching part.
So much. I would love actually to coach more teachers. That's where I would love to do a great impact, because the thing is like this. I had to go, back for like second grade. I was 8 years. I don't know. Is it? I don't know what in English kindergarten. I don't know.
Yeah.
So because I was too bad at Swedish, but bad, I was like as bad as all my other friends. It's just like, okay, my parents were like really strict, so they're like, what? He's not good at Swedish. Okay, we're moving out of here. We moved to Swedish place. It was me and a guy from Estonia, who were like the foreigners. So the guy from Estonia, he's white. You couldn't see, who's from Estonia, but you could see the black guy. That's for sure.
True. That's true.
So, but why? Because I was bad in Swedish. But the thing is like this: I was speaking fluent Spanish at the age of 7. So, because I was hanging out with a lot of guys from Chile.
Oh.
Yeah. And so. But no one noticed that okay, you're maybe not as good as you're maybe not good at Swedish, but you speak fluent Spanish. So it's not that you cannot learn Swedish. It's just okay, we can help you out this way.
That's true.
And another thing was like Caxton talks very much, so you could look at that as a negative thing, or you can go like, okay, we just need to teach him when to talk and not to talk. But that's a strength that he says his mind, he talks his mind, and you know, he's not
That's
afraid
true.
to say things. So today I make money living out of talking.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That
if
is
at an
true.
early age they could just see that, okay, this is his strengths. He's
Yeah.
really good at this, but we just need to help him in which situations he should use it.
True. That is very true, and it's very awful, like to see grown-ups, you know, teaching the kids on what's right,
Yeah.
which is, you know, that of course you're a grown-up, so you had a couple of years of experience, but I feel like there is too much of, you know, putting your hand on directing the kids
Yeah.
instead of coaching them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what if your teacher would be like, you know, no, man, you should stop talking. You should, you know, all you should do is read and listen. You'll be a completely different person.
Yeah.
You will work in a bank or somewhere, you know, just doing numbers, right, or something like that. So it's very important. It's very important. So you should go around tour, like world tour, just teach a lot of teachers.
Yeah, that would be great, because it's everything is about how do you make an inspiring environment for our kids so
Yeah.
they can become what they want to become.
Exactly.
And you just, you know, you show them the options, you make them test a lot of things, because as I say, there's no such thing as failure.
Yeah.
In my head, there's nothing.
Right.
It's only experience. Of course, the business, maybe it didn't work out, but it's an experience. I choose to see it that way. And then the second question will be, what did you learn? And the hardest question is this: what did you learn about yourself? Because it's always easy to say it was this fault, it was this, blah, 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 it was the economy, it was the crisis. Yeah, but what did you learn about yourself?
Right.
And that's a deep question. Then you maybe start, okay, maybe I made the wrong choice there. I had this
Yeah.
choice, okay, I have to think, or maybe didn't do my background check really good. You know, it's
true.
a tougher question.
It is tough to be self-critic.
Yeah.
Because we always learn to find, like, you know, excuses.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like, but yeah, it's very true, very true. Okay, so what is like in an influencer in your view? Like, what would you say is typical influencer? Or
What we see today, or what I would like.
what you would like to see classified as an influencer?
Somebody who can, you know, inspire or help other people. That I look up so much to that.
Right.
That's when you see that it's genuine and it's really, you know, to help someone else, that's great.
Right.
That's great. Yeah.
The influencer has become like a profession nowadays, right?
Yeah,
So
it is.
and a lot of people, for example, if a couple of my friends, you know, mention some blogger or someone that I don't know shit about them.
No.
But if someone mentions, like, okay, Tim Cook, for example, like Apple, CEO of Apple, right?
Yeah.
So I will know basically everything about that guy because that's my influencer.
Exactly.
But he doesn't post, you know,
No.
pictures of, you know, tanning on Ibiza or something like that.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so it's different, right? But in my world, influencers and leaders, they're kind of like, you know, hand in hand.
Yeah.
So how would you say, like, in today's society, how should a influencer / leader behave, like in your company or in your as a teacher in schools or as a coach? Like, how would you behave? Like,
for me, I think the biggest thing would be taking time for someone else, because, you know, time is like no one has time.
Yeah.
But the person who can take a little bit of their time and give it to someone else,
right.
Wow.
True.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
That sounds like a typical thing nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the time.
Exactly. No.
You know, I've been working like as a salesman. You know, you go around and talk to people in town. The worst job of all time, by the way. Especially in Sweden, because nobody wants to talk to you.
Send me a mail or something.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So as soon as you go, hey, I don't have the time. You're like, but you don't know.
Exactly.
I was going to give you $100.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's so typical.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So giving your time to someone else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who would you say, like, in the world is like a good leader, a good example for millennials, Let's say millennials.
Wow. You know, the first person who came into my head when you said that, a person who like everyone knows, that would be Obama.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, because I know some people who have met him, and even
That's cool.
I wrote a book which is called 5-Star Boost with a very good friend of mine, also a mentor of mine. Is called Eric Ulsten. He was one of the advisors to Barack Obama for 7.5 years.
No fucking way.
Yeah. And
He's
you're gonna get
Swede?
that book.
He's a
You're gonna
Swede?
get that book.
He's a Swedish guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Fucked up.
This
In a good
crazy.
way.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you know, he's a person, you know, who can really say that I don't have time, you know, but he.
Well, what did he work with? Like he was advising like Obama to go to war or not, or
No.
there was,
That. But the thing is, he of course has a lot of advisors, but he was so interested in the Swedish health system and healthcare and everything like that, and Eric worked a little bit with the Kennedy family, and so that's how he got into the politics and everything. So, and he stayed in the United States. He was a tennis player.
What's up with tennis players?
Yeah,
I'm
he
making it.
he went to college there, and then he worked a little bit at Nick Bollettieri, the world's biggest academy, and worked with Anna Kournikova, Tommy Haas. They got both top 5 in the world, singles and in the women's and men's side. So he's really good.
Wow, how old is this guy? This sounds like
how old?
he had done a lot in his life.
Yeah, I how old? I don't know. He's maybe. Oh, you know, it's bad to say the wrong age. Like he'll be like, I'm not that old. You know, where'd you get that from? Maybe 40 something.
40 something.
Yeah,
But he's done a lot for his age.
He's nearly 50. Maybe he's 50. Somewhere like. But you know, he's healthy. He works out, so he's maybe older, but he doesn't look that old. So
he doesn't look like a typical politician. Like a big stomach, no hair, ties that's like longer than your pants, shoes that look like a brick, you know. Oh shit!
Yeah, this is the book. So he looks like that.
Oh
And
right.
pick it up in here, and
Damn, you look very young in this picture.
that was 2016.
2016.
Yeah, let's see if we have any. Yeah, here you see a little bit more.
Shit.
Him with the family and stuff, and
Yeah, he really doesn't look like a typical politician.
no, he's
I would say.
he's a great guy.
Wow.
He's
Yeah,
a
and
great
this guy has pictures with like everyone, like really everyone, even a dog is in the.
Yeah.
No, but it's like you have the prince, you have the guy from Ica. That's
Exactly.
you have,
Stick. No, not Stick. The what's his
the other guy,
oh my goodness. I don't.
Yeah, and then the prime minister. You have a picture with prime minister, and
yeah.
wow, man,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So how was this like? Why did you start with a book? Like,
I had a dream that I should write a book, but in my head it was like I should write a book when I'm like 50.
right.
And Eric told me, why should you wait until you're 50? Eric,
That's correct.
he wrote a great book which is called Best Selling, and it's sold for over 100,000 copies, and now it's also been translated. Really great book.
Shit.
And he was on me. He was on my case. Why do you want to wait? And I'm like, I don't know if anyone wants to listen to a guy around 30 something. He's like, you've been having lectures for 10 years. People have been
That's
listening to
fucking
you. So
That's
yeah,
fucking true.
it was just I was scared. I thought that I can't make that voice in your head, like,
Yeah,
oh,
of
who's gonna
course.
listen to your book? Who's gonna buy
Right.
your book and stuff like that? And he was like, no, you have to do it.
Ah.
So then we said, okay, we write a book together, but what should the book be about? And he had wrote a book about business and how you become a better salesperson. So we were like, okay, we don't only want to go to the business side. We want also
Right.
to the normal, typical Swede,
Of course.
So then we thought, okay, we have like two lines or two topics. So one is going to be about the business side. How do we make people better at the business, but at the same time feel better, because we have so many people who are feeling bad.
Yeah, mentally, right?
Mentally, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other side is the personal development. How can we make people feel better and get more out of life? So you don't come to like, oh, it's thank God it's Friday. Like,
True.
what's
Oh, I
the
hate
problem?
that.
Yeah,
I
what's
hate that.
what's the problem? I like on Sundays at 4 o'clock, they start
Exactly.
getting the anxiety attacks. Like,
Oh, my
oh,
God.
tomorrow I'm going to work. It's Monday. It's like,
My God.
what? And when I come from the sports side, it's like, there are no colors on the day.
That's
Here, everyone like, hey, this is a red day. I'm not working today. I'm not doing this today.
There's
And
so
like,
many red
it's like,
days in
it's like,
Sweden.
what?
That's
Because
true.
when you're in sports, you know,
Yeah,
there is no colors. You train or you have a competition. You know.
That is
So-
true. That is true.
Yeah.
And some people start from Monday. I had like I think yesterday I saw someone posting like, oh my God, I missed the weekend. It's like, God, it has been like 10 hours.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Exactly.
It's like, what? What do you mean you miss it?
Yeah.
I totally get it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so where can you buy the book?
You can buy the book on different Adlibris and the
Right.
different page like that, and it also has its own web page, 5starboost.se.
.se.
Yeah,
That's
so-
amazing.
so-
And how is it to write a book with someone? Do you like split up? Let's say, okay, you write 50 pages and I write 50 pages, and then we meet up and then just put them together, or
Great question. We took in professionals
All right.
because we're both professionals, so we understand that there are other people who are really, really good at their job.
Right.
So what we did is that, I take 5 topics in the business side, what I think is important for you to become better at your business, but at the same time feel better. And he takes also 5, and then 5 in the personal development side.
Right.
So we have 10 each. And what we did, we brought someone else. He's called Johan Brink. He's a copywriter, works with Apple.
Wow.
Yeah. He's really, really good. Yeah.
Well paid as well, probably.
He's top.
Right.
He's top notch. So he came in because we wanted the language to be light, fun,
Yeah.
engaging. Just like Apple's things. You see, you get that energy and stuff like
Right.
that.
It's hard.
So
That's hard.
Yeah, that's why he's a professional. So he's really, really good. So when if we're talking about when they do the translation stuff like that, he's one of them who like helps them to translate to Swedish to get the right feeling,
Shit.
of it. Yeah, he's really good. So we brought him in. So he read both our sides, and we still had our personality in it, but he just tried to find a good mix. So you as the reader get 2 sides of the same story, but from different perspectives and
That's
stuff like
kinda
that. So
cool.
yeah, this is really, really, really cool. And the book is, it's you get like your personal coach, because we always start with a question. So when I'm talking about gratitude, I ask you, if you have 1 hour to leave this country because the war has just started, where do you go? What are you gonna do?
Huh.
Because you have to be at the airport in 1 hour to get out of this country.
Right.
So, you maybe have kids. Are you going to go to the kids, collect the kids? You maybe have a relationship, the clothes. And, if you just get into that stressed situation and start thinking of, if you have 1 hour to get everything and get the fuck out of this country,
Yeah.
how are you going to do? So that's a quite stressing
It is.
situation.
It is.
And after that, I tell them my story, where we fled to Sweden. And through that, I talk about gratitude. And then after that, I give you 5. So the book have 100 different ways or tips, exercises for you to enhance, to become a better person. Sure. So after every topic, you have 5 tasks you can try out. So if it's like, just write something every day, or speak in something, different ways to enhance your gratitude. Yeah. So every topic starts with putting you in a situation where you have to think first. What would you do? And then I tell you how I did,
That's
or what
a
I
smart
think.
technique.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because so you are part of this topic, and that's why when you go to a coach, okay, the coach tells you and inspires you and everything, but the last thing is like, all right, coach, where do we start?
Right.
What's the first exercise?
Exactly.
What should I do?
That's true.
So
that's actually true.
Yeah. So that's what we did in this book. So it's not a book you just read and then you go, yeah, that was good, but what's gonna happen now? And then you go back to like your normal routines.
True.
No. You get things that you can do directly.
And I think that a lot of books are like that, like and lectures. You know,
Yeah,
they're always like, especially motivational lectures.
yeah.
They get you really motivated, but
Yeah.
you don't know how to start.
Exactly.
So it's good. It's good. It's very good,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, because we're both coaches,
Right.
so we could understand, why do people come to us?
Yeah.
Because they want, concrete solutions, actions that are gonna take them from A to B.
Aside from the podcast, I have some small lectures for people that haven't worked in the labor market for a while, and this guy was he was very shy, and this was a couple of weeks ago.
All right.
And the thing is, like, no one actually asked the guy how he's feeling and give him like concrete way of going forward.
Oh.
So like he's been on the program maybe I think it was 1 year or something. It was very young, right?
Yeah.
So we started just chatting and started asking questions, how you doing and stuff like that. And so we got deep in the conversation. Suddenly I was like, dude, do you do drugs? And he was like, yeah, I do a couple of drugs. And I'm like, why are you doing it? He's like, I don't know, man. I just don't have anything else to do, right?
Yeah.
So then after all these conversations, we had like a plan. Okay, this is how you move forward.
Exactly.
And he was not motivated because that's not needed for him.
No.
He needs a plan.
Exactly.
And I think like a lot of people today's society, they need a plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because society has one plan for you. You finish school, you do this and that.
Yeah.
But you can't sit down by yourself and write down, okay, first year I'm going to do this and that. And so it's very, very good that you wrote that book that could actually give you, guidance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it's so funny that you say that because when we look at the last pages, it's, we've thought about everything. It's called 5-star boost. So
Right.
so create your 5-star, life. That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
So here, so what you read and what you think that, this is good, then you start, you have the answer there, just put in. So this becomes
cool.
your book with your plan. So it's good that you say that because that's the whole thing.
That is.
That's
It is
the
the
thing.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. Amazing. Wow, you're freaking cool person.
Thank you so much.
I just want to get back to that. And it's like, all right. So how would you say like the world is gonna look like in 10 years? I mean,
Wow,
with
I
all
have
the change that's
oh
going
my
on,
goodness.
it's just give us some just thoughts.
Oh my goodness. Everything is moving so quickly.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna go crazy and say that we're gonna have definitely we're gonna maybe have cars, driving themselves. We're gonna computers that you don't need to do so much. There's a lot of things which are done for. It's just the thought gets you scared because you have no idea because
That's true.
everything is happening right now and it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
It's true. I
So
don't think
difficult.
like your profession is gonna get replaced though. I mean, even though if machines and computers can do a lot of things,
No,
I don't see
no.
a machine talking, to people
No.
with like heart.
No.
It's
no.
hard,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But I spoke to another person and he works with automating like higher jobs. For example, banking and stuff
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
And what's funny is like those people that work in banking or bookkeepers, whatever there is,
Yeah.
like high and educated jobs,
Yeah.
they're not afraid of losing their jobs. But now they might do. Like in 10 years, they might, not be any banker because you do it online, right?
Yeah.
But motivation speakers and coaches and creative jobs, I'm not sure if it's possible to just switch them. How would you be coaching from a robot? Like tennis coach. Do you think it's possible to have a tennis coach as a robot?
Oh,
How would you see that?
no, no, it's no.
If it's so weird.
Yeah. But
Maybe it's a mental thing because we're not.
I think like this, in somehow, some way, you still have to have a little bit of the human contact
Right.
because of course you can learn a lot, just like looking on YouTube and looking at different swings and stuff like that. But you still have a little bit of, you need a little bit of the human touch of it,
That's true,
because
yeah.
we look at a lot of science, a lot of technology is coming into sports, and that's good. But I don't think you can 100% take away a coach. It's just, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's true. I try to imagine how the robot would look like, and I mean it's pretty easy. I mean, if we take, like you said, if we take like mass amount of data, on all kind of tennis games, and just put it in the computer's brain, and you just let it think, what is the best way of practicing, what day or temperature, all that calculations.
Yeah.
But like you say, still the contact with the human, how will that knowledge get transferred, to the person? That's the problem, right? It's not like making the machines good. It's the contact with the human. And that's always difficult. All right, we've been speaking a little bit of the, crime that's going on in Sweden, and all of this shootings, all of this bombs that's popping off. It's getting worse and worse. And, And do you think that sports, and specifically maybe tennis, could help people come back to the society?
So great that you mentioned it, because this autumn I had a lecture in Malmo, and just outside of Malmo, Höllviken. And Malmo, a lot of things have been going on there.
Definitely.
So we were talking about the future, what's it called? Not academy, but förening.
Right, something in that way.
So I think sports and the clubs are going to have a huge role in society, because we have more and more people who are mentally ill.
Definitely.
So what do they need to do? They need to move.
Definitely.
They need to exercise. And where do you exercise? In the clubs, in the different, so we have to understand our role is going to be not now producing the next Messi, Zlatan, Roger Federer, but how could we make the society better? Because we're going to get a lot of people who are broken, who not feel so well. So our leadership skills have also to become much better. Because now it's not like a straight line that you just do this and this and this. No, you have to go back and understand the trauma or the situation or the family and everything, which can, which are going to decide how much you can get out of this person during this practice.
Yeah.
So when you understand the whole person, the background and everything, that's when you can start working. So I think that sports is going to have a really big part in society.
But what happens if like, for example, tennis is a very expensive sport.
It is.
And what if a person, especially coming from Malmö and Stockholm, the neighborhoods that are really low-income neighborhoods, what happens if you can't afford it? Should the government go, step in and sponsor some kind of activities? Or?
There are different programs already now which are sponsoring, kids who maybe don't have the possibility to at least try or practice for some while the sports. So it's becoming much better actually. So that's really good. But I think we have to look at, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of sports which don't cost that much, and we maybe should take care of more playgrounds and maybe try to take the sports out on the streets, if you understand what I mean. So what could we as coaches do in the neighborhoods where they're maybe not as privileged as other places, so they don't always have to come to us, but could we do something in their environment and enhance their environment and stuff like this?
Definitely.
So I think we have to think of that option also.
Definitely, because sports, going from school, sports is just another subject in school, that you have to get a good grade on. So you're not thinking of it as a mental practice.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when they start like higher education, they basically stop moving because it's not part of their, you must do this. Right?
Exactly.
So wouldn't it be nice if like everyone, what do you call it? In Swedish you call it friskvårdsbidrag.
Okay.
If you work, you get like some kind of money to spend it on your health, right?
Exactly.
What if everyone could get that in Sweden? Like everyone gets 2,000 crowns every year, but you have to spend it on sports. You think that would work?
Wow.
Or would people just take the money?
This is the thing, because even when we look at companies, which people really use, that opportunity, most of the times it's already the people who are in that mindset.
Oh,
Yeah. But they don't take that advantage. They don't take that opportunity.
Yeah.
So I think we have to maybe go down one little step and just go that, okay, how do we inspire? How do we educate? How do we get these people understanding the importance of it by helping them looking at, okay, what do you want? What's your passion? Is your passion to be have more time with your kids and be able to do more things with the kids? How could this help you do that? Because if you get more energy by doing exercise, then you'll have more, your quality time with the kids will be much better, much higher. So by finding their passion, their drive, how could we help them see the connection with a better health?
Right.
And then they maybe start by themselves understanding that, okay, if I do this, I'll get more of this, and this is what I want.
Yeah,
so,
because if you haven't worked out or just, power walking or whatever, if you don't do it for a while, basically, I mean, just taking one step feels such a big step, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's, I can go back to some of my friends' parents, also came to Sweden a couple of years ago, and they have, they work during the day.
Yeah.
They come home and that's it. They lay down and watch the TV, right, or something like that, because it's not in their culture that workout is a part of your life.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays in my country, people are like biking and running and stuff like that. But if you go back 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if you saw a person running, it's like, is he running from the cops?
Yeah, exactly. Where you run from?
Why are you running? Are you poor? It was like, why are you running, right? So it's a different mentality. In some countries, also like being bigger means you are wealthier.
Yeah.
So it's a culture thing. You have to change people's minds, and I think like older people that come from different countries, they're like probably harder to convert, right?
Yeah.
Have you worked with coach? Like, do you coach older people as well?
Wow,
or?
Thank you for asking. Just yesterday, I was working with Martin.
All right.
Martin is 70 years of age.
Wow.
Yeah. You're gonna see him. I'll show you a clip. What we're doing with him and everything. He's great. I've been working with him for 4 years. Working with his wife 67 years, and they play good tennis.
Damn.
Yeah. This really. And we start with Martin 7 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because after that, he goes to his job. He has his own company and stuff like that.
Oh, he does that too.
And Maria has also her own company translating Swedish to English. And
what?
And Martin travels all around the world doing business.
He was 70 something.
70. Yeah, he's 70. Yeah, he became 70 last year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, what's his secret? Is he on something? I want that too.
No. He's just, he's found his passion and this tennis. He loves tennis, and so
it's not too late. It's
no, never too late. Never too late. And the great thing is this. For many years he told his wife, you should try tennis. She didn't. Why? Because in school, her PG teacher told her that balls, that's not your thing. You don't have the feeling for balls.
See, this is what I mean.
Exactly. That's why I told you to come back. Is that it's so important how we talk to our kids, because they look up to the teachers and everything. So if the teacher says this is basically maybe what they're gonna believe the rest of their life. So what happened is that she's so good at Tai Chi. She's a Tai Chi teacher.
That's like some kind of martial arts.
Yeah, martial arts. Right? It's really slow and stuff. And done that for 10 years. Really good at it. But she got for a Christmas present 1 hour with me. From
that's
Martin.
all it takes. 1 hour with Kaksan. That's all it takes.
It sounds corny.
No, but it's true.
But after that, she's been training with me ever since, because it just took me 10 minutes to get her to understand that you've been in a big lie.
Yeah.
You can't play.
Shit.
You have no problem with balls and stuff like this. It's just that you get funny ideas, and it becomes your reality, and you
Yeah.
believe in that, but it's not right.
That's so true.
Yeah,
That's so fucking true, man.
yeah.
That's a big responsibility teachers have nowadays, and
They have.
I don't know if it's it's a lot of focus in school to have so much knowledge as possible.
Yeah.
You start with math, you go to Swedish, you have
Yeah.
physics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you don't really give the kids the basic lectures of paying rent or how to talk to people or like
Yeah.
I don't know, just basic shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But the thing is like this, and this what I really understood this when I got to Robinson, the island in
Yeah.
Cambodia, is like you can have a lot of knowledge, but the thing is, if the knowledge and the environment is not aligned, your knowledge is worth jack shit.
That's true.
Because I had a lot of knowledge of human beings and the human psychology and stuff like that. I knew I was going to be good. That was not a problem. But the swimming part, what happened with that? Don't have so much clothes,
That was like the first assignment.
Yeah, but exactly. It's like and when I came back, people were like, yeah, but didn't you look like the 10 episodes earlier, like 10 years back? Robinson always starts with water.
Oh shit.
I'm like, oops, I missed that one.
Oh shit.
So
It's
what is knowledge?
Yeah.
Knowledge is only good when you're in the situation where your knowledge is needed.
That's true.
Otherwise,
Yeah. Well, that's true, and maybe that's why a lot of people refer that people that adapt to the environment, they call them like street smart. It's some
Exactly.
it's a kind of word that just describes it, and maybe that should be a subject in schools. Street smart 101.
Yeah, but I was thinking why this thought hit me is because you're teaching this kid math and all this. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like Simon Sinek,
Start with why. Yeah.
It start with, you have to, the kid has to understand how this could help them in the future. How does this help your parents? So they can start understanding, this is how it works, and this is why we could do this and this. And if we're gonna go to vacation, or we're gonna go to Mallorca, or where we go, Thailand. Many people Sweden go to Thailand.
Yeah.
So so we have to make a budget, and we have to do this and this, because the kid is just like, the parents are now we're gonna go to Thailand.
Yeah.
But they don't know the process, every month they've been having, putting money aside and stuff like that. And, when they're going to buy something, they thought, we're maybe not going to buy this. We're going to buy this because we have to save some money to be able to do this. So how, we have to help the kid understand this. That's when the real passion and drive will come in. Yeah. Wow. I want to know more about math, because I would love to drive a Ferrari, but how much does it cost, and how many years do you know?
Exactly. No, that's true.
Yeah,
and you can see it in the. I mean, you said math, and seeing in math books, they have so old, questions.
Yeah.
It's like, Lisa had 2 apples and she gave away 4, I don't know, bananas, right? It's like, that's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna have that situation, right? It's totally true, man.
Yeah.
Wow, man. This episode has been so energized.
Great.
I would sum it up as energized. And,
great. Get Caxtonized. That's the
Caxtonized.
That's why I always have that hashtag. Get Caxtonized.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was a friend of mine who gave me that. He was like, you know what? You should have like get Caxtonized. That would be a thing, because every time people meet you, everyone say, that guy, energy.
Damn.
That's his energy.
Wow.
Get Caxtonized.
Amazing, man. It has been absolute pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Or being here.
Thank you.
At your hometown.
Thank you.
And keep doing what you're doing, man, because like you say, people love you, and some people will reach out to you, some people don't reach out to you, but I think thousands and thousands will look up to you. Like,
thank you so much.
So maybe we'll see each other in some other episodes, but it has been amazing.
Definitely. Thank you so much to Scandic Stora Hotellet for having us as guests here, and you're always welcome back to my hometown and
Thank you, yeah.
you know, my hotel.
Your hotel. Yeah. All right, guys. You've been listening to Sunday Stories with me, your host, Fahrim Shirinzade. And today I had an awesome coach, Caxton.
Thank you so much, Fahrim.
Thank you.